Missed an episode of your favorite podcast? Choose from over a decade of content in our archives, not just the latest episode. All free at GCNlive.com.
This is your call to action. Get prepared, America. Economy, survival, energy, disasters. This is USAPrepares.com. Informative radio, educational radio. Interact now by emailing instructor@USAPrepares.com or text at 434-390-7953. Class, please take your seats. Now, your instructor, Vincent Finelli.
Watch the greenbacks tumble.
Everyone all set, cocked, locked. Here we go. Your dial set correctly to USAPrepares.com. We're broadcasting from Missouri, 2 hours per day, right here on GCN, and if you'd like to call us, we'll pay for the call. 866-582-9933. 866-582-9933. We have a new listen line. 605-477-3249. 605-477-3249. And it's operational 24 hours a day. No commercials. It just, you dial and you're right into the broadcast. There's a link to all of your instructors on the website, USAPREPARES.com. John is engineering the broadcast. I'm Vincent Finelli. Larry Nichols is with us. This is broadcast number 112 with Larry Nichols. Welcome, Larry Nichols.
Hey, how are you, Vincent?
Yeah. Larry, it's great to hear your voice. You know, I'm anxiously awaiting hearing what the latest update on the documentary is, and also the update on what's happening in Kentucky. Where would you like to start?
First off, we'll talk about the documentary. Hopefully, folks, Monday or Tuesday of next week, will be able to get Revolution 2.0. And what it is, as Vincent knows, it is something that you can watch and hopefully will get you and others to do something to stop this madness. Folks, it's easy to stop. I say easy to stop, that's not right. It can be stopped. We've got to stop it. And it's a way to do it. It's something that you can get and show others and explain to them the value that was given to us of states' rights. You know, I was telling somebody yesterday, Vincent, I remember who it was, I talked to so many people, but, you know, what do you think our forefathers were all about? What? First off, when they developed our form of government, they didn't know what was right. They didn't know what was right. But what they knew was what they had lived under, and they could tell you what was wrong. And so that's why, Vince, we were called, or have been called, or used to be called, and should be called the Great Experiment. Our form of government, the Great Experiment. So it was our Constitution that people talk about, and then I try to tell people our Constitution is a negative compact. Negative compact. Now, what on earth does a negative compact mean? Well, it's also a negative contract. And by that, our Constitution, Vincent, tells us specifically what our government can't do, what it cannot do. And if you wrap yourself in it, you'll see the wisdom, the genius behind telling us what we can't do or what our government can't do, because it's what our government can't do to us that our government is doing to us that has destroyed us. Now, one of the things that I always get amazed by is people say, well, our forefathers gave us the Second Amendment. How many times you heard that, Vince? They gave us the Second Amendment to keep our arms, and therefore, whenever a tyrannical government comes along, we'll be compelled to revolt and overthrow it. Right? Well, that's wrong. It's wrong. What they meant by a well-armed and manned militia was instead of us paying, like Europe did, every day for a huge army, having to feed it, arm it, supply it, instead of doing that, they had the idea, hey, every state, develop your own militia. If we are attacked, we can protect ourselves with our militia. But they also speak of a tyrannical government. They knew one day it was just a matter of time. They knew it was just a matter of time. That's when we would be taken over. Taken over. And our government would become greedy. Our government would take us and become tyrannical, and we would be sitting here like we are today, just every day losing freedom and being controlled by a small group of people. So they gave us 3 bullets, if you will, 3 weapons. Our voices collectively, and our vote. Our voices collectively, and our vote. What does that mean? I mean, Vance, is that all right? I seem to be lecturing. Is it okay?
No, please continue. I'm being quiet because this is brilliant. Please continue.
Well, if it's brilliant, it sure ain't me. It's our forefathers. But they gave us a voice. Our voices collectively, and our vote. Now, if you look, what's going on today? They are taking words, folks, words, and they're making words that we can't use no more. Did you ever think about that? They're taking words from our language and saying we can't use them anymore. Some words they're doing away with because they're racial. Some words they're taking away, because they're insensitive. And some words are just taken away because they just don't want them to exist no more. And every time I see a word not be used, I know you're saying, what kind of words are we talking about? Oh, I got one. How about male, female? How about boy, girl? That's what I'm talking about. Boy, girl. Take away boy, girl. How about another word? God. Never. When you're standing on a public ground, mention God. Never mention Jesus Christ. The holiest name in the universe. The holiest, the greatest, the most significant name in the universe. And they got it when we stepped on a public ground. Can't use that word. So they take our words. Then, our voices collectively. Are they quelling our voices collectively? Golly gee. It's a couple of ways. Number one, patriot people get together, the patriot movement. We try to get together, have a rally. We're called racists, it's called names. Patriot groups get together and try to get us back on track to the government we were meant to be and meant to have. And then the IRS will attack you. The IRS will come after you. You go to that meeting, let me tell you, I can just see families and spouses, hey, you go to that Tea Party meeting and let me tell you what's going to happen. They're going to come after us. IRS is going to come after us. And the FBI, who knows who else? They're taking our voices collectively away. Then I vote. I swear, I hear people every day, Vince, they tell me, Raleigh, why we can't vote because they've got our machines rigged. Don't worry about the machines. Don't worry about the machines. They're taking our vote away every day. Every day they take our vote away. But it's not the way you think. You think they're rigging the machines. They're not. I mean, yeah, they are. But that's not the way they've done it. No, sir. They've taken our vote away by one man or woman, one judge, one black rope mob, one federal judge. I'm amazed. Why do we bother to vote? Why do we bother to put something on a ballot? Why do we bother to have it voted on by the people? Why do we bother, once it's been voted on and passed by the people, take it to the state legislature, get them to ratify it? Why do we bother taking it then and having the governor sign it and then calling it law in a state when one man or woman, federal judge, boom, strikes it off? What value then, I say to all of you, is the vote? What value? You hear that commercial coming.
Hey, Larry, you do. And Larry, thank you for being with us today and sharing your knowledge and wisdom. Class, Larry Nichols is a mentor of mine. I have several mentors. He's one, and he's teaching me and you, and it's really hard to have this kind of training. How many of you want to learn how to dig up bugs, worms, and raise crickets for food? Do you prefer to eat them dried and crunchy or while still alive? Well, you won't have to if you can defend your food supply from predators. You may want to get an AR-15 kit from guns80.com and build your own AR-15 rifle from a kit. If you can legally own a rifle, you can purchase this AR-15 kit. If you're handy, you can complete the rifle in about an hour. The kit comes with all the parts you're going to need to build your rifle, but you'll need a drill press. And survivalists need one anyway. The Guns80.com team purchased the same used floor-standing drill press that I have for $100. You can too. And when you're finished, you'll have a paperwork-free AR-15 rifle, a drill press, drill bits, and the knowledge to maintain your AR-15 rifle, all for less than you expect. So if you want a paperwork-free AR-15 parts kit like mine, visit Guns80.com, Guns80.com, and let the unprepared have our share of the bugs.
Did you know that drinking pure, high-alkaline water is one of the most important factors in maintaining high energy and vibrant health? Most experts agree that the water you drink should be at a pH level of 8 or higher. AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops, available only at alkavision.com, combine a unique formula of only the most alkaline minerals. AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops alkalize your water, ridding the body of harmful toxins, and helps you regain health and energy. Alkalizing your water by simply adding 10 drops of AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops helps the body rid itself of acidic waste, increases oxygen content, and raises the pH of your body to healthy levels. And bacteria and viruses cannot survive in an alkaline high pH environment. Order your bottle of AlkaVision Plasma pH Drops for only $29.95 at alkavision.com. That's ALKAvision.com. Or call 269-409-1776. 269-409-1776. Alkalize your body. Supercharge your health at alkavision.com today.
Silver has always been nature's very own antibiotic, and only one system allows you to produce an endless supply of nano-sized silver solutions right from the convenience of your home. Silver Lungs. With the addition of our unique lung delivery system, respiratory infections are targeted directly, where traditional oral administration simply cannot reach. This pioneering method also preserves the original particle sizes and delivers your silver solution directly into the bloodstream. See the Silver Lungs generator and lung delivery system at silverlungs.com. That's silverlungs.com.
Extend your life with Extendovite.
Why do over 50% of North Americans suffer from some form of chronic ailment? Could it be due to a toxic overload? It's time to take back your life. Get the lead out as well as the cadmium, mercury, and calcium. Extendovite is a garlic cayenne supplement with 5 other herbs that acts like a natural Drano, cleaning out the stored toxins, restoring your energy and youthfulness that we've lost. If you would like to live your life free of sickness, pain, or fear, then Extendovite is for you. Available in either capsules or liquid, you too can see why Extendovite is the #1 heart drop available. To order, call 1-877-928-8822. That's 1-877-928-8822, or visit our website at heartdrop.com.
Extend your life with Extendovite.
Are your Google search results killing you? Unflattering content in blogs, news articles, online reviews, social media, or other sources can jeopardize your reputation, your business, and your livelihood. Let Reputation.com help. Our patented technology will make the truth about you more visible while pushing down unwanted negative content. Improve your Google search results. Call Reputation.com at 1-800-831-0771 for a free consultation. That's 800-831-0771.
Yep. You know, what I was saying just before the end of the last segment is it's really difficult to find the quality of training and information that Larry Nichols is providing. You know, you have to be an insider to understand these kinds of things. And for most of us in class, you know, these things are difficult to believe. They're difficult to understand that their polls are manipulated, their voting machines are manipulated. We're being lied to. There are spin doctors at all levels of government twisting words so that what we thought they mean is not how they're being used, Larry. And it's really disheartening. It's lying through manipulation, deception, obfuscation. It causes us to have zero faith and trust in those whom we have elected. And we tend to lump them all together because there's so many of them who are involved in this deception that we don't trust a single one of them.
That's right. You know what you should trust about Washington, Vince?
I can't think of a single thing.
You know who to trust in Washington? Really quite simple.
Let's hear it. Let's hear
Not
it.
a soul. Not
that's what I was going to say.
soul. I knew you were going
I can't
there.
think of one. Yeah, I can't think of a single person whom I trust. I mean, you look at Hillary Clinton. She lies about the lies that she just lied about. It's amazing.
Now, Hillary, by the way, about Hillary, it's time. It's time. Now Hillary goes into phase 2 of our plan that gets her and keeps her and gets Bill and keeps Bill elected. It's the tier mode now. She will start breaking into tearing up the humanization of Hillary. Yeah. Now, at every chance she gets, she's got a handler telling her, okay, now, Hillary, this time we've got this reporter who's going to ask this sensitive question, and when you get there, we need you to tear up. Now, what we need to do, Hillary, if you can't tear up, I want you to think about the most horrible thing you can think of. Now, think about it. Think about the most horrible thing, a puppy you had that died. Think about the most horrible memory you can think of, and it will cause you to tear up. But whatever you got to do, you got to tear up, won't you? Because now we're ready. Now we start the sympathy mode. We got you down. Now you're the underdog, and oh my God, everybody's picking on poor Hillary. Those mean old white men, they're all over Hillary. So she's in the tearing tour now. She'll start turning it around. You watch. You watch. It's coming. But all these things I tell you, Vince, all this stuff I tell you, it just seems so hopeless. Indeed, they've got our country. They've got us. They've got us. But there's a simple thing you got to know about your vote. Your vote cannot be bought if you will not sell it. So what does that mean? Years ago, Vincent, when I first met that incredible city, Washington, D.C., with these monuments made to look like granite everywhere. It was like, it's built to look kind of like what some people imagine heaven to be like. All these white and granite buildings. I go to Washington and I'm thinking, young man, I've got Senator Fulbright, McClellan. They call me Little Nichols. They see something special in me. Warrior. That's what they see. But I learned early on the words that you dare not mention in Washington. The first word you need to learn to not use and never allow to be used in Washington, D.C. or your state capital now is empowerment. Empowered. Empowerment. Bad word. When we come back, I'll tell you why. See if y'all can figure it out during the break. Why is empowered a bad word?
Larry Nichols is with us. This class is 112 in the series with Larry Nichols. And we're going to talk about the documentary, the update, and the trip to Kentucky. Interesting update.
No way. Is that a real bullet necklace?
No, it's a 9mm bullet necklace with matching earrings, you'll notice.
Those are awesome. Where'd you get them?
Dave found them at PatriotNecklace.com.
Wow.
They have a variety of calibers and necklaces and earrings and keychains.
PatriotNecklace.com?
PatriotNecklace.com.
Your choice of caliber bullet includes a rugged American-made stainless steel dog tag chain. A percentage of every sale goes to military and service-related charities. And get a discount by entering GCN at checkout. Show your patriotism and support our troops with a bullet necklace from PatriotNecklace.com.
Okay, open your mouth and say ah. Ah. When your child has a sore throat, you need to know when to get help. The doctor recommended Say Ah Sore Throat Exam is your solution. The scientifically designed oral retractor offers a clear view of the throat, relaxing the tongue and minimizing gag reflex. Compare with the medical grade chart, website, and app. Then you'll know just what to tell your doctor. A wellness plan in your hands in minutes. Go to SayAHHnow.com. SayAhNow.com. The new mainstay for every family's first aid kit.
As if chlorine in our water weren't bad enough, now they're adding ammonia?
It's true. Some municipalities are now adding ammonia plus chlorine to your water supply. It's a disinfectant called chloramine. But with a trusted Big Berkey water filter, you can keep chloramine out of your water. New NSF EPA certified lab tests show EPA Berkey water filters remove chloramines, pharmaceuticals, BPA, pesticides, bacteria and viruses, all forms of fluoride, and much more. Big Berkey water filters are the original and most trusted on the market. The gold standard in water purification. And our filters last for years at less than 2 cents per gallon. Big Berkey, the one that's powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. Get your Big Berkey today. Call 1-877-99-BERKEY or click BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. That's 1-877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
KDArmor.com is your one-stop shop for the most affordable body armor, period. With packages starting at $169.99 and free shipping on every order. KD offers soft armor and rifle threat rated armor up to level 4. Go to KDArmor.com and get your body armor today while you still can. Mention this ad and receive a free tactical scarf for a limited time with any body armor package. That's CATIarmor.com. Come and take it.
Mike Stenerson from Midas Resources. At no time in history have precious metals been more important, certainly not in my 22 years in the industry. The dollar has lost over 90% of its value in the last 60 years. No fiat currency has ever survived the government printing presses. Ours is not immune. The time is now to be proactive. 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. Anything tied to the dollar is at risk. CDs, annuities, 401ks, IRAs, stocks, bonds, you name it, so decide. Do you want to leave a legacy of wealth or debt for your family? The choice is yours. Call me at 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. That's 1-800-686-2237, extension 116. Be proactive, not reactive. Call 1-800-686-2237, extension 116.
We the people grow cotton, weave fabric, engrave ink, embed strips and fibers to protect from counterfeit and carting to a private bank, having it lent back at interest, forcing taxes to service debt. This capitalism, or was Jefferson correct when stating a central bank issuing the public currency is a greater menace to the liberties of the people than a standing army? Ted Anderson, I'm placing a free silver dollar in a book that explains our monetary system. Call for your copy, 800-686-2237. It's time to understand the system. Call 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
My name is Josh. One World Way is the best in the market, hands down. I'm in the U.S. Navy, and I live a very active lifestyle. Being a vegetarian, it's hard getting all the protein I need. I tried the vegan protein powders, and I just wasn't feeling any change. The Meathead supplement store whey protein kind of worked for a bit, but it left me feeling bloated, and my digestion seemed to slow down. By some divine stroke of luck, I heard a commercial of One World Way on the radio, and it struck my interest. I have to tell you, I am so glad I got it. I have been taking it for a week, and the results are amazing. I don't feel tired when I have to get up at 4:30 a.m. I look and feel better. I recover faster from my 2 workouts a day. When I don't have time to eat good food, I take it, and I don't feel the urge to stuff my face for hours.
Call 888-988-3325. That's 888-988-3325. Or visit oneworldway.com. That's oneworldwhey.com.
There are links to Larry Nichols on page 1 of USAPrepares.com, page 1 of USAPrepares.com. Larry's talking about the unmentionable words in Washington. One of them is empowerment. Larry, please continue.
Well, empowerment seems like a harmless word, but what it means is a man or woman that is able to earn a living, doesn't have to depend on anybody except themselves, on their own wit, brains, work ethic. They don't need the government. Well, if you don't need the government, then you don't need the government. And the key to a tyrannical government in the beginning is to get people to be needy of it. So, well, I learned quick, don't you say that word. Don't go out here and try to make the middle class be able to make a living. I mean, you can tell them that, but don't you dare do it. Don't you dare do it. Because they don't want people empowered. God. That was a hard one for me to understand. God. They don't want us to use that word, God. Why? Because a Christian owes everything to God. The government wants everybody to owe everything to the government. So if you understand those two fundamental things, Vincent, then you get where I'm going to be going, because I am going to talk about the documentary, and I am going to talk about Kentucky. But to get here to talk about those things, I had to tell you these things. Empowerment and God. This government we have that you think is failing, this thing where you think, oh my gosh, everything's not working, it is working. It's working perfectly. It's working perfectly to put us in submission. Put put you and me and us all in submission. That's what this is all about, folks. That's that third word, submission. Surrender, submission, give up, give in. The documentary that I've made that Vince was a part of, and thank you for being a part of it, Vince. Cat King, thank you for making it. The documentary is the last stand we have before it is all gone. Swear to goodness it is. Promise you, it's the last stand. And what's funny, it's the last stand, but it's the first stand. It's the absolute stand our forefathers gave us in the very beginning and said, don't ever break away from this. And we did. A negative contract. See, now we're back to that negative compact, negative contract. The Constitution is a compendium of things that the federal government should never be allowed to touch or do. And if you surrender to the federal government those things that it is never to be allowed to touch or do, then you have lost it all. States' rights. States' rights. The first and last vestige of a free America. Free society. There it is. This documentary is designed to take the impossible now and show people that there is one last chance to beat a system that is so vile that it's got people like me in it. Yeah, people like me. I don't want anybody to doubt anything. I don't want anybody not to know anything. I'm the sorriest species of human there is, or species there is. I'm the lowest human that ever walked the face of the earth. Because at one point, I was in the middle of that, and I did that. And I did that to us. With the inevitability being that I would be there with the bad guys when the bad guys would take control of everything, and then I'd be a good guy because I was one of the bad guys. Somewhere along the way, my heart got ripped open. You get the documentary, and it's called Revolution 2.0. 2.0. And when you see it, if you will join us, we have a friend, Vince and I, his name's Toby. I'm hoping you're listening, Toby. We're proud of you and honored to have you as a friend. We're literally standing right now. We literally, Vince, we're reaching out and touching our founding fathers. I asked Toby to give us an art rendering of a modern day soldier shaking hands with a revolutionary soldier. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? I can lay claim now. I can, you can, Vince. I can lay claim to the kinsmanship of these men and women that gambled it all to create and give us this nation we have. I stand with some proud men, Jefferson, Adams, Franklin, and names we don't even know. People that fought to create this nation. So we've gotten so far away from them, sometimes I don't think our DNA would even link up to them. This documentary shows you how to find our way back. States' rights. And when you say, gosh, it's so big, the problem, Larry, is so great. We've got a nation. They've got control of our government. They've got everything. It's so big. How can we do anything? You do it by simplifying it. Simplifying it. You know, wars are won by battles. Battles are won by skirmishes, and skirmishes are won by man to man. That's what it all breaks down to. Folks, I'm telling you, we have one thing left that we can do. And it is the easiest and the greatest thing we can do. You're going to help me find one state where the people still believe in freedom from a tyrannical government. Then we're going to find us one state legislature that is still afraid of the people that elect them, because they're just right around the corner. You see, that's why our founding fathers set it up this way. When people get elected to Congress or to the Senate, they go to Washington. We never hear from them again. But your state rep, your state senator's right around the corner. Right around the corner. They have to worry about you. And then the hard one. We're going to find us one governor. One governor with courage. One governor with courage. That's what this documentary will do. You get it? You watch it. You watch it over and over. You share it with others. It's something that you can have, that you can say to your neighbor, would you please watch this? It's something that you can invite people over this weekend, if we had it out. You can have it, invite people over, let them watch it, and then let them talk about it. Now, they're all going to say, well, who is this creep? Who is this Larry Nichols? You tell them I'm a nobody. I'm nobody. I am nothing. I live a cut above poverty. I live in shame. My wife works 2 jobs because I don't. You tell them I'm nobody. But you tell them this nobody got a president impeached when nobody else would do it. One man. Kentucky. Kentucky's despicable. Despicable. All of you that live in Kentucky, do you see what your people did to you? Making it where they put a woman in jail for believing in her faith. Are you kidding me? Put a Christian in jail. Believing what she believes, standing up for what she believes. Put a Christian in jail. Then, when people rose up, that one kind of, this is how the government works, man. They get a little scared, you see, and whoa, people figured that one out, and that one got a little too bold. So what did they do? They come in, they let her out of jail. And all of these people that got fired up, they go, well, we won. We got her out of jail. No, you didn't. It was never about her going to jail. It was about sodomites being allowed to get marriage licenses in Kentucky. And especially when in Kentucky, the state law prohibits it. So much so that it prohibits even people that go outside of the state and get married. Sodomites, they get married, come back into the state. They're not recognized. So what did they do? They tricked again. They tricked us again. All these great Christians, Huckabee and all of them, they're there. They get her out of jail and they all have a celebratory victory lap. But they didn't win. Which makes me have to do what I didn't ever want to do again. Vince, commercial.
We have a commercial break coming up, and what Larry Nichols is telling you is he's going to Kentucky. The arrangements are made. By now you know that USAPrepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system, because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPrepares.com offers ProPure water filtration systems and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit USAPrepares.com. That's USAPrepares.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. USAPrepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
Hunters, anglers, campers, and survivalists. Get back to nature. Expand your horizons with the highest quality, most versatile, unique slingshots and sling bows on the market at slingbow.com. Slingbow products are compact and models start from just $17.98. They're perfect for your bug-out bag or storing in your vehicle. Give yourself and your loved ones the excitement and tradition of slingbow. A new frontier in archery and truly modern twist on this primitive survival tool. Feel the thrill only at slingbow.com.
No way. Is that a real bullet necklace?
No, it's a 9mm bullet necklace with matching earrings, you'll notice.
Those are awesome. Where'd you get them?
Dave found them at patriotnecklace.com.
Wow.
They have a variety of calibers and necklaces and earrings and keychains.
Patriotnecklace.com?
Patriotnecklace.com.
Your choice of caliber bullet includes a rugged American-made stainless steel dog tag chain. A percentage of every sale goes to military and service-related charities. And get a discount by entering GCN at checkout. Show your patriotism and support our troops with a bullet necklace from patriotnecklace.com.
Are you tired of commuting to a job that makes someone else rich, working harder than ever, but getting nowhere? Do you hate spending hundreds of dollars every week on daycare, having someone else raise your children? With our opportunities, you can start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss, work from home, and live a happier life. At Be the Boss Network, you'll find hundreds of work-from-home opportunities that you can literally start today and be earning money as soon as next week. Go to freedom106.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss. Get out of the rat race. Work from home. Go to freedom106.com right now and change your life today. That's freedom106.com. Go to freedom106.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You be the boss. Go to freedom106.com.
Attention USA Prepares listeners. When you're on the road or have limited data or Wi-Fi, now you can listen to USA Prepares unfiltered and untapped at no extra charge on this non-federal phone number, 1-605-477-3249. Try it now to listen to USA Prepares 24/7 at no extra cost or data charges. These are not on federal lines. These are lines located on Indian reservations off the grid. Call 1-605-477-3249. No smartphones or internet needed. To hear USA Prepares untapped and off the grid, just call 1-605-477-3249.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS?
Then get on board with the Tax Admiral and let us steer your way to financial freedom.
The IRS is the largest collection agency in the world. They can freeze your bank accounts, seize your car, home, will garnish your paychecks and benefits.
Don't take on the IRS alone. I can fight for you using industry secrets that can help stop the IRS. I'll cut your penalties, slash your interest, and reduce your overall tax bill. Sometimes I can even get it zeroed out completely.
We're an A-rated company with over 30 years experience helping people clean up their mess with the IRS. And we have a 95% customer satisfaction rating.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS, are facing an audit, a lien, or levy, then call me right away.
Call 800-287-7180. Again, that's 800-287-7180. 800-287-7180. 800-287-7180.
We've all heard the news stories. Another shooting. And they're getting worse. That's why Infidel Body Armor introduces Infidel Fridays. Exclusive 24-hour insider deals to save you money and possibly save your life. Make it a favorite when you log on to InfidelBodyArmor.com. Then be sure to visit each and every Infidel Friday to get special insider pricing, but for 24 hours only. That's InfidelBodyArmor.com. Infidel Body Armor. Just won't quit.
Class, very quickly, I want to mention that Larry Nichols will be with us via teleseminar at the meetup on Monday. Larry Nichols will be with us on Monday at the meetup, Jimmy's Egg in Springfield, Missouri. Link information is on the website. And the meetup is absolutely free, and you'll be able to ask him all the questions that you'd like. So the meeting starts at 4:45, continues to 8 o'clock. A lot of us have dinner, and we give away a free dinner every Monday night at Jimmy's Egg in Springfield, Missouri. It's a brand new restaurant. It is just gorgeous. Larry, the documentary, as I understand it, is going to be scheduled for pre-ordering, within, let's say, a week or so. And right. It's called Revolution 2.0 or 2.0. And I just, I'll tell you what, class, I was there. I was there during the filming of this documentary, for the whole filming. And, I sat in silence and watched, and I have a couple pieces of, 3 pieces of, behind the scenes video that, I'm going to send to the producer, and he can do with it what he would like, if he wants to, include it or not. It's up to him and you, Larry. And, by the way, I saw the artwork for the front cover, version 1.0, and I was very surprised to see my name on the artwork. Very, very surprised. I did not expect that, at all. Seriously. But I'll tell you what, it is a plan, and it's a very simple plan. And, Larry, I think what you're doing is very courageous. I think your trip to Kentucky, you called the governor's office in Kentucky. Yes. I know that. And Larry, we have a caller, Gene. So Gene, I'm gonna put you on the air. You are on the air, but Larry, would you like to give us a quick update about Kentucky, and then Gene will ask his question?
Yeah, you bet, folks. I'm going to Kentucky. I'm not going to say when, for reasons that you hope you all can figure out, because flying over there is a little tricky. But I'm going to do what I promised I would not do anymore. I'm going to fight them the way they fight us. Except this time they're going to have to pick on somebody their own size. And I gotta like it. They're not. And before I leave, Vincent, I want to say thanks. I have the money for the travel, but if anybody wants to help, there will be expenses incurred on the ground. I have nothing, folks. I'm not going to lie to you. Vince knows I've got nothing. I've got nothing. So if anybody wants to help, you can send it to my PayPal, NicholsLive@AOL.com. And, another thing, Vince, do it for yourself. I mean, I don't have it. But Vince, you did that. You did your part in the video. Don't you feel in your heart that you have done something now?
Larry, I mentioned to you off the air a few days ago that I did past life regression with Dr. Norman Shealy, and I saw myself, this was videoed, and I saw myself as a revolutionary, as a farmer. Nobody special, just a farmer. And they were coming for us, and our freedoms were being eroded. The villages were being burned, 3 villages away, 2, then 1. And I tried to alert those around me, and very few stood with us. And and you said you had the same dream.
I have it all the time. I have it regularly. I don't know what that makes me crazy, I guess. But you see, now, Vince, I've got a problem. I close my eyes at night. And a lot of nights, I see horrible things. War. And it ain't nightmares, it's just remembering. See, I have to live through that. And I always thought that everything I did, everything was worth it. The bad dreams, all of it was worth it because I kept it from coming here.
Let me,
here now.
Gene Lewis,
yes.
You're an author, Survival of the Slickest. Can you ask your question very quickly for Larry? We've got about 15 seconds.
Oh, that's not going to work. I just wanted to ask him if Larry could teach the things that he's doing in Kentucky to others.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I'll tell you what.
Can we come back for just a minute after the break?
Sure. Sure. Steve Angle's going to be joining us. Larry Nichols is going to stay. Gene, you want to stay over the break?
I can.
Yeah. Okay, we've got Gene Lewis. He's a USAPrepares.com instructor. Wrote the book Survival of the Slickest. It's about how many of you want to learn how to dig up bugs, worms, and raise crickets for food? Do you prefer to eat them dried and crunchy or while still alive? Well, you won't have to if you can defend your food supply from predators. You may want to get an AR-15 kit from guns80.com and build your own AR-15 rifle from a kit. If you can legally own a rifle, you can purchase this AR-15 kit. If you're handy, you can complete the rifle in about an hour. The kit comes with all the parts you're going to need to build your rifle, but you'll need a drill press. And survivalists need one anyway. The Guns80.com team purchased the same used floor-standing drill press that I have for $100. You can too. And when you're finished, you'll have a paperwork-free AR-15 rifle, a drill press, drill bits, and the knowledge to maintain your AR-15 rifle, all for less than you expect. So if you want a paperwork-free AR-15 parts kit like mine, visit guns80.com, guns80.com, and let the unprepared have our share of the bugs.
Sciatica, lower back pain, hip pain, poor posture. If you suffer from any of these problems, get ready to relax. Introducing an amazing product that's been in the market for over 25 years, the Sacro Wedgie. It was invented by a football coach using a common-sense osteopath technique. He created this device to help his athletes by isolating and supporting the sacrum, which is the keystone of our anatomy. This wedge-shaped bone is in the center of our hips, where a lot of pain starts. Simply relax 20 minutes daily on the amazingly simple Sacro Wedgie and let gravity do the work, helping muscles rebalance and start releasing nerves. Sit in the Sacro Wedgie at the computer or while traveling to help correct posture to finally help relieve those stubborn aches and pains for only $33.95. It's made in the USA, so click the family-owned website at sacrowedgie.com, spelled SACROWEDGY.com, or call 1-800-737-9295. That's 1-800-737-9295. Relax your back pain away with the Sacro Wedgie.
Attention USA Prepares listeners. When you're on the road or have limited data or Wi-Fi, now you can listen to USA Prepares Unfiltered and Untapped at no extra charge on this non-federal phone number, 1-605-477-3249. Try it now to listen to USA Prepares 24/7 at no extra cost or data charges. These are not on federal lines. These are lines located on Indian reservations off the grid. Call 1-605-477-3249. No smartphones or internet needed. To hear USA Prepares Untapped and off the grid, just call 1-605-477-3249.
The human body is more than 60% water. Your brain and muscles are 75% water. And your blood is 92% water. Water's vital to your body, and alkalizing your water is the key to keep it running at its best. AlkaVision Plasma pH drops keep your entire body healthy, boosts energy, promotes weight loss, and even fights cancer. Call 800-518-7615 or go to alkavision.com to find out more. That's ALKAvision.com.
Everyone all set, cocked, locked. Hour number 2 of USAPrepares.com. Steve Angle is waiting on hold, and Larry Nichols is with us. And Larry wanted to finish up a few things from the first hour. Larry, and we also have Gene Lewis, who's an author, and he's also a USAPrepares.com instructor.
Right.
And he spends time with us at the meetups.
Yeah, I don't want to tie too much time from Steve. He's very important. But, Gene, the question you asked was, can anybody do it? Was that right?
Yes. Can you teach this to others? If there's a way to get some of these politicians to move, then I could talk to others. It would help the entire situation.
Absolutely. Let me tell you real briefly. And, Gene, you can call me at any time at 440-897-0611. Any of you can, by the way. But the secret is, Gene, ain't nobody clean. You got it? Ain't nobody clean. And all of the people that are sitting in power have stuff that they don't want the world to know. Now, they use that on us, Gene. They use that on us all the time. You ever notice when somebody comes out and says something, immediately the standard operating procedure is they attack their credibility?
No.
Well, you do that in reverse.
Yeah.
Now, the key to it is, though, Gene, be willing for the truth to come out about yourself. That's the only tough part. Be willing for the truth to come out about yourself. And just know that these people that are in power, all of you, listen to me, they are scared to death. They are scared of their shadow. And the reason they're scared is because they know their nasty little dark secrets. And they're afraid everybody might find out. And if everybody finds out, then of course nobody would have them represent them in a trash hauling contest, much less be a representative. So, Gene, all you got to do is your homework. All you got to do is your homework. And then you find a media source that wants to know the truth and is willing to put it out. And then you'll be amazed at what can happen. Amazed.
So the task is to try to find the dirt, and once you have it, then you just put it out.
Mm-hmm. It's really quite simple. Now, it's not a pleasant task. You know that. But you have to be committed, Gene, to the fact that these people are destroying the very country your children and grandchildren are supposed to live in. You've got to learn the true power is hate. I hate every man, woman that's up there trying to destroy my children and grandchildren's lives. I hate that. Use it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I understand where you're going here. It's just a matter of learning more as to how to find the dirt, but I do appreciate that answer.
Well, I know it's not the answer y'all wish to have heard, Gene, and I'm sorry. It's not a pleasant thing.
I'll tell you what, Larry, I have a thought. We had a Missouri State representative come to the meetup a couple months ago. His name is Eric Burleson. Eric, Burlison. And I'd like those of you who know Eric Burleson to give him a call and invite him to Monday's meetup with Larry Nichols. I'll give you his phone number. Eric Burleson's phone number is 417-861-9150. 417-861-9150. That's on his business card. And it says, "From here for us." That means to me that he is from the Springfield community, the Ozark Mountains, and he's for us. So obviously he wants us to call him and alert him to these kinds of events. So let's start with Eric Burleson. Let's give him the opportunity to hear Larry Nichols live on Monday at the meetup and ask Larry Nichols any questions that he would like to ask, and so he can go forward with the state of Missouri with this plan. What do you think, Larry?
That works for me. Well, listen, they're calling me about my next show, so please, I've got to get off. But, you know.
Okay, Larry. Larry Nichols, thank you so much. Gene Lewis, from our meetup group, USAPrepares.com instructor, will be with us on Monday. I'm certain of that, and so many of our USA Prepares instructors will be with us on Monday at Jimmy's Egg. Information is on the website, USAPREPARES.com. Larry Nichols has left us, I believe. Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks so much, Larry Nichols. And Steve Angle's with us. Steve Angle from Hays, Kansas. And Steve Angle's got an update on his 2 court cases. Unbelievable. Welcome, Steve Angle.
Hi, Vincent. How you doing?
Hey, very well, Steve. Let's just start with the introduction. So you are working with the court system, and you are going before the state Supreme Court in Kansas. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay,
right.
That's part one. And part two is you are the very same USAPrepares.com instructor who's been with us at meetups. You've been to the farm. You and I have traveled together. We've gone to conventions together. And you're the very same guy who answered the door at night, late at night. 2 cops were there. You answered the door. You had your .45 in your left hand, holding it by the muzzle. They beat you up. You ended up in the hospital and spent the next 3 days in jail. And now you're facing an alleged assault on 2 police officers with a deadly weapon, and you're looking at prison time. Is that right?
Correct. And the trial...
Absolutely outrageous. And they allege, these cops claim that someone from your house called 911 and no one did. And that's an absolutely outrageous claim to enter your house. Got a 911 call, there's an emergency, and then you answer the door and no, there's no emergency. Well, we don't believe you.
Right. And in their statement, they, in fact, the officer that attacked me, stated in there that he recognized me from a prior situation, and he knew who I was, and I was a resident and belonged there. But I was uncooperative, and I guess they had reasonable suspicion, and the key word here is reasonable, that with this 911 call, I opened the door almost immediately once I kind of looked out the window, and my gun was not ready to fire. It was not loaded. Had a snap cap in it. I'm extremely safe with guns. I've fired this kind of weapon for literally 50 years. And opened the door within, a matter of a few seconds, and asked them, what's going on? Can I help you? I don't think that was uncooperative at that point, at which point they asked, did you all make a 911 call? I said, no. And they said, was everything okay? And I said, yeah. And, but that, I guess, with all their investigative skills, whatever, that wasn't good enough. So they, then, as I'm watching my gun to make sure it's in a safe position, I hear this officer yell, assault on an officer, which I thought was very strange. I look up, this guy's now moved from being 5 foot away from me to with right in my face. I look up, he pulls out his gun, puts it literally in my face, and yells at me, I'm not Mr. Angle, I'm not Steve Angle, I'm not Steve, I'm A-hole. I cleaned it up for you, but that's with that gun stuck in my face, at which point then, I didn't even move. I didn't move the whole time. And he grabs hold of me and throws me out on my concrete porch, and then I end up on the sidewalk in front of the porch, yelling that I've got, about this hernia, which I was and you've seen it, Vincent, you know what I'm talking about. And
I don't want to be too graphic. I don't want to be too graphic, Steve, but it was a pretty large hernia.
Try larger than a grapefruit. Would that be too graphic?
Well, I think that's descriptive, and that's what it looked like.
And it was, and I was very concerned about that it might be ruptured, and then you're in very serious problems with intestines being ruptured like that. Yelling about that. I will say there was a number of choice words that came out of my mouth, not at them, just the fact that I can't believe this is happening to me. And I'm hurting. They must have grabbed my thumbs, wrenched them behind my back, and handcuffed me. And then they've done this now. Now they got to come up with a story, because obviously this doesn't look good. And they've got me. Oh, he was standing there, and he kind of raised his arms halfway, and then he put them up over his head like he was going to surrender. What? Like I told my attorney, I said, what do you do with your arms when you're falling forward? It may have happened, but it wasn't. I wasn't sitting there doing that. You've written in the report that they talked to my son and said, well, he My son said, well, my dad's anti-police and anti-government. He's been that way as long as I've known him. Well, I just kind of had to ask my son. I said, did you say this? And he said, no. He said, the cops said that.
So here you have more information, first-hand information about how these blue plague lie. They lie. I put up a video on the website about this guy being stopped by the cops, and the cops are yelling, "Don't take my gun!" The cops are saying, "Don't take my gun." The guy wasn't taking the gun. It was for effect. It was for recording purposes.
Yeah,
and evidence. By now you know that USAPrepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system, because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPrepares.com offers ProPure water filtration systems and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit USAPrepares.com. That's USAPrepares.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. USAPrepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
You pick up the receiver with your heart racing and sweat dripping from your forehead. You finally muster the courage to dial the number to call into your favorite talk radio show. It rings once, twice, and then...
Hello, it's GCN. What's your name and the state you're calling from?
Surprised you got through, you squeak out.
Jason from Minnesota.
Please hold.
As you patiently wait for your turn, you begin to daydream about being a famous talk radio host and what it would be like to have your own show.
Jason from Minnesota, you're up.
Millions of loyal listeners worldwide waiting to call and talk to you.
Caller, are you there?
Cheering crowds surround you, calling out your name.
Jason! Going once, twice. Okay, we gotta move on to the next caller.
You blew it.
Huh? Wait, no!
Interact with the host you're listening to right now, online at GCNlive.com. Click on the community link. Engage with other listeners. Ask questions. Start debates. Don't agree with the host? Let them know. Be a part of the community at GCNlive.com.
By now you know that wireless technology like cell phones do in fact pose dangers to the health and privacy of everyone. Blockit Pocket's wide range of products are unmatched in providing the protection you deserve. No scare tactics, just common sense. BlockitPocket.com offers quality American-made options to alleviate and eliminate these invisible dangers. Learn more at BlockitPocket.com or call 888-315-9618. BlockitPocket.com, enhancing health and privacy.
Don't complain about your cable bill going up and up and up. Do something about it. Grab a pencil and jot down this special number, 1-855-905-MY-TV. The more cable TV rates go up, the better digital satellite TV looks. Say goodbye to the cable guy and get more of your favorite channels in 100% digital quality for less money. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. Sign up for packages starting as low as $19.99, and there's no equipment to buy. You get free HD TV upgrade, a free DVR upgrade, and free professional installation. You control what you watch when you watch it. Record your favorite shows. Pause and rewind live TV. Even skip the commercials. Watch local channels too. At just $19.99, what are you waiting for? Pull out your major credit or debit card. Call 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV. Say goodbye to the cable guy. Cut costs and get more. 1-855-905-MY-TV. 1-855-905-MY-TV.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson Adam Pulaski of the Pulaski Law Firm with principal office in Houston, Texas is the attorney responsible for the content of this ad. This ad is not legal advice, and the choice of a lawyer should not be based solely upon advertisement. Services may not be available in all states.
Attention Xarelto users. If you or a loved one took Xarelto and suffered a serious bleeding event, you may be entitled to financial compensation. Xarelto is a popular prescription blood thinner used to prevent blood clots and protect patients from strokes. These serious bleeding events have led to numerous cases of hospitalization and even death. Phone lines are open 24/7. Call 800-261-0937. That's 800-261-0937.
Steve Engel's with us, and Steve, let me play a little clip for you. This clip is it's about some cops that have pulled over somebody, And the cops, and if you just listen to the audio, okay, you don't see the video. If you just listen to the audio, you'll hear the cops yelling, "Don't go for my gun," stop resisting. This guy, this person who was in a vehicle is being pummeled by the police. He's not resisting. He's being beaten by the cops while the cops are yelling, "Don't go for my gun." It is all designed as evidence to be used against this individual. Just listen to this.
Gun! Get out! Get down! Stop resisting! Stop resisting! Why are you trying to get a gun?
Instead of seeing this.
Don't go for my gun! Stop! Don't go for my gun! Get out! Go for my gun! Get down! Stop resisting! Stop resisting! Why are you trying to get a gun? Get off my gun! Put your hands on your back, will you?
Okay, so what you heard was, stop resisting, why are you trying to go for my gun? The cops are yelling, and it's 3 cops pummeling this man. 3 cops beating him up. The guy has no chance, and the audio makes it sound like this guy is really causing a problem for the cops. The reason I played that, Steve, is I believe that is very similar to what happened to you, because didn't you tell me off the air that the cops were saying, well, you just said it on air just now.
Yes.
They said in their microphone, assault on a police officer, right?
Right. Yeah. In fact, I was, I'd answer the questions, whatever. What do we got to talk about now? And standing inside my house, and I was looking down to the left. I mean, this is just a matter of seconds, looking down to the left, making sure where the muzzle of that gun is, and what startled me was this guy yelling assault on an officer, where I looked up. I took in the other officer who was still standing back. He had a shocked look on his face because he didn't, he'd been on the force here 3 months, and he couldn't see what was going on. He states now that he immediately pulled his gun. He didn't. I'm only one really that for all the experience I've had and all the things I've done, took everything in, noted everything. It was a matter over 31 seconds by their count, of this whole ordeal. And, this other officer was really in a state of shock. And then, this guy moves, aggressively towards me, puts himself in harm's way. I mean, why in the world would you move that close to someone that you're sitting there thinks a threat? The other option they had was, after they had investigated the 911 call, was to turn around and leave. But they didn't do that because they were here to do something. They sure weren't protecting me, and they couldn't possibly know if anybody else was in the house. And they took it, just like the 911 system, they just took that as God-spoken words that, there just had to be a call made from here. Well, they subpoenaed the records from AT&T. There were no phone calls made from here.
Steve, I know you listen to the broadcast and you know that I do not have a cell phone. I don't want to have a cell phone. There are a lot of reasons why I don't want to have a cell phone, but, just among the reasons, other than the spying and the tracking and the recording and the video camera turning that on without my knowledge and the microphone being turned on without my knowledge. That's one more thing that they can say. There was a 911 call from my home. Yep.
Let me interrupt you here. This is from a landline that I keep that, will show up, if we had some stranger or whatever like that, something occurred. I've kept it because of that. And the 911 operator says, she knew it was a landline. She knew it was from the home because it came up on their screen. You can go on and get services. You can get spoof cards and show any name, address, number to come up that you want. And yet these people are saying, I just know it came from there. And so all of them, like I said, from what they were here to do, I have no idea. What they did was to try to take me out, which they got done.
And Steve, it's absolutely outrageous. I know you've been in touch with Larry Pratt of Gun Owners of America. You're a life member of Gun Owners of America. I am too. And hopefully we can get him on the air and have him come to your assistance. We come back. Let's talk about your state Supreme Court case. Maybe that's what this is all about.
Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237.
Silver has always been nature's very own antibiotic, and only one system allows you to produce an endless supply of nano-sized silver solutions right from the convenience of your home. Silver Lungs. With the addition of our unique lung delivery system, respiratory infections are targeted directly, where traditional oral administration simply cannot reach. This pioneering method also preserves the original particle sizes and delivers your silver solution directly into the bloodstream. See the Silver Lungs generator and lung delivery system at silverlungs.com. That's silverlungs.com.
Do you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS?
Then get on board with the Tax Admiral and let us steer your way to financial freedom.
The IRS is the largest collection agency in the world. They can freeze your bank accounts, seize your car, home, will garnish your paychecks and benefits.
Don't take on the IRS alone. I can fight for you using industry secrets that can help stop the IRS. I'll cut your penalties, slash your interest, and reduce your overall tax bill. Sometimes I can even get it zeroed out completely.
We're an A-rated company with over 30 years experience helping people clean up their mess with the IRS. And we have a 95% customer satisfaction rating.
If you owe $10,000 or more to the IRS, are facing an audit, a lien, or levy, then call me right away.
Call 800-287-7180. Again, that's 800-287-7180. 800-287-7180. 800-287-7180.
My name is Dell, and I live in El Cajon, California. I was concerned about my cholesterol readings because I knew that high cholesterol is related to clogging of the arteries and increases the risk for heart attack and stroke. One day, I heard an ad for Heart and Body Extract, and I was skeptical, but I decided to give it a try. Man, the numbers don't lie.
Learn the secrets of an effective, natural, 100% organic nutritional supplement for a healthy heart and circulation at hbextract.com.
Extend your life with Extendovite.
Hey neighbor, what are you doing digging? You had a heart attack last year.
Oh, I know. I was told no more hard labor.
Then why are you digging?
Well, I've been taking Extendovite. It's been approved to help my heart.
Extendovite? Is that a new drug?
No, not a drug. It's more like an herbal combination made from garlic and cayenne.
Herbal? How can that help?
Well, actually, we've taken herbs for thousands of years, and Extendovite is doing the job for me.
Does your doctor know about Extendovite?
Yeah, my doctor knows, and he said it seems to be working for you, so don't stop taking it. I feel great taking Extendovite. I don't want to stop.
To order, call 1-877-928-8822. That's 1-877-928-8822, or visit our website at heartdrop.com.
Extend your life with Extendovite.
Hey, Berkey Guy here. Are you still drinking unfiltered tap water? Does your water contain chlorine or fluoride? Will you have drinkable water in an emergency? The Berkey Guy is here to help you remove these and other potential contaminants from your water, thus helping you drink clean, purified water. We offer Berkey water purification systems at the lowest available prices online. Don't go another moment without a Berkey system. Over the last 10 years, we've helped thousands drink clean, purified water. Join them by visiting goberkey.com or call me, the Berkey Guy, at 877-886-3653. That's 877-886-3653.
What would your life be like if you woke up each morning with new vitality, feeling better than you have in years, and you noticed a difference in your sleeping patterns, blood sugar levels, and had a sense of well-being overall? There's something that is changing thousands of people's lives, and you could be one of them. It's called Heart and Body Extract. Sharon Harris, co-creator of Heart and Body Extract, talks about the positive effects of Heart and Body Extract.
What happens with the formula Heart and Body Extract is it's giving the body the necessary vitamins, minerals, amino acids, enzymes, and phytonutrients so the body will heal itself. And yes, the body does have the ability to balance blood pressure, balance cholesterol, clean and unclog the arteries. It can also work on balancing the circulation for diabetics. So the body is an amazing thing. It simply needs some help so it has the tools to heal itself.
Heart and Body Extract gets results. To order your 2-month supply, call now, toll free at 866-295-5305. Order online at hbextract.com.
You know, in class, one of the things that we bring to our broadcast classroom is firsthand experience. Firsthand experience. Our instructors have things happen to them, and I don't think it's a result of being part of USAPrepares.com. I believe it's part of being independent thinkers, empowered thinkers and doers. And things happen to us because a lot of us think the same way, independently think the same way. We are people who just don't take direction well. We really don't. And we certainly are not going to follow the herd when the herd's going the wrong way. We don't do that. So here we have Steve Angle, and he's got a couple geese, and he is involved in a court case that's going all the way to the state Supreme Court. It's unbelievable that the government is coming after you for a couple of geese. What's that all about? And maybe there's a connection between these cops coming to beat the tar out of you and the geese, Steve.
Well, Vincent, I believe these police in general. I know there's some good ones out there. You know that. I've known people personally.
Yeah, I'm looking all over for them. I really am. Hey,
okay.
Steve, if you find one, would you let me know, please? I believe they are all subject to the pressure of writing more tickets and inflicting more financial damage to we the villagers. I believe that. I'm waiting. I heard a rumor that there was a cop changing somebody's tire. I haven't seen it. I'll have to see it. I have to see the video of it to believe it. But go ahead.
Well, this is also, and I will have to admit this, I was, as I am older, I'm 64 years old, it was another generation. And what I've called, when I started really looking at today and looking back 35, 40 years ago, that I truly believe what we had 40 years ago were real men doing the job. They were in charge. They weren't there to abuse people. You always had, and I mean back then, a bad apple. Now we're just, here's an example, of bad apples, and the barrel's full of them. But I think the police now, they all want to be heroes. They want to be respected. They are going to do something that make them, appear heroic. Like the situation, my situation, I think they look at people who stand up for their rights, who I believe in the law. We have to have the law or we don't have anything. Well, it's people, if they went to a football game every week and there were new rules, no one would go. And yet they don't want to stand up for their rights, uphold their rights, and if you don't use them, just like the old saying, if you don't use it, you lose it. And whether it's any of the Bill of Rights or anything like that, I had a right to be in my home with a firearm. The police even admitted under oath, under the preliminary hearing, that was Mr. Angle doing anything illegal at this time? No. There's people walking around in Walmart with firearms. Are they going to take them down? Are they going
I was yesterday. I was at Sam's Club with my 45 on my side, open carry, Sam's Club yesterday. Walked in, showed him my Sam's Club ID, paid, walked around, bought things. Nobody said, "Oh, there's a man with a gun." Nobody.
Right. I've seen them too, Vincent. So we just passed the constitutional right to carry, which we already had the right to carry, but I guess they figured they need to reaffirm that with a state law. Maybe this will catch their attention. The fact is, you can carry concealed or unconcealed, without a permit. My problem with that is I voiced my concern with the local state Rifle Club, I said, okay, you got a piece of paper now, kind of like Neville Chamberlain, waving, I've got an agreement with Hitler. We got the agreement. We got a signed paper here, peace in our time. I said, now you put a target on everybody's back for any cop that wants to sit there and say, well, he was armed. I was scared. I'm in fear of my life. And that's the key word right now. I'm glad you played that clip. I hadn't heard that, but that's exactly what I'm talking about. These officers preloading this. This is what this guy did by yelling assault on an officer, so it'd come out over the audio like somehow he's assaulted. He moved up against me. He put himself in harm's way. I had done nothing, and they were here, and I've had this other defense defending my what I was charged with keeping 2 domestic geese. And my contention is that the ordinance is illegal, unconstitutional, because it's vague. Vagueness, a law has to be written so a normal average person can tell whether or not they're breaking the law. I cross-examined the animal control officers and the other officers involved, and I asked them, here's the ordinance, read it. Now, can I have this kind of animal? Can I have a peacock? Well, I don't know. I'd have to get an opinion on that. Well, that's the definition of vagueness, Vincent. He couldn't tell me what it meant. So we have a real, I just don't do stupid, foolish stuff. Every time I've been in court, I've won when I've been in charge of things. And all I want is a ruling on this. There's been rulings before on similar cases, and you don't leave it up. The state had a case before about spotlighting animals. And the people's defense was, well, what if I'm out there spotlighting a cow? Well, the state, they could have just dropped the case, just like with me. They could have just dropped the charges and rewritten the ordinance. That's all they had. Give me back my geese, drop the charges, and rewrite the ordinance so it's clear. But they don't do that. They claim they're looking out for the citizens. Well, I happen to be one, and I don't see them looking out for me. So, but the state's defense on spotlighting animals done, 15, 20 years ago was the fact, well, we leave it up to the good judgment of our law enforcement officers to determine whether or not they're breaking the law or not. And the judge just went nuts. He said, you gotta be kidding. This is your defense? He says, the thing, they ruled it, constitutionally vague. And they had to change the law, and I looking to do this also. It is not cheap, Vincent. I want to get into this, that this is very expensive, and people say, well, what's the big deal? So what? Well, what's the big deal? So what is how we got here, Vincent. I saw a clip on national news where a woman got stopped. This is how far this has gone now. Where a woman got stopped for speeding in a school zone, which you shouldn't do. You just gotta be careful, especially in school zones, but always careful driving. She got stopped, and on this dash cam, it showed this police officer walked up there, and she was upset because he stopped her, and she said, and she probably, it wasn't a nice thing to say, but she says, no wonder people are shooting you when you're stopping people like this. That's how far this has gone, Vincent. This is terrible.
Well, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. When I see red and blue and white lights flashing, I don't think that someone is being helped by the police. My first reaction, and I've learned this, it's not like my parents said, hey, listen, if you ever see this, these guys are being beat up by the cops, or evidence is being planted, or these guys are on a mission to extort. No, my parents didn't teach this. I learned this. I learned this by watching it over and over and over. And that's why we talk about this on the air. These guys have been known to plant evidence. These guys the reason I let my cows wander 100% of the farm is so that these government plagues don't plant evidence and steal my farm because they plant evidence and then they happen to find the evidence that they planted and say, hey, Finelli's growing this illegal substance. And now we're taking his farm. I'm not going to let them do that. So I let our cows go everywhere to prevent that. But these guys are out of control. And these are the people that we have been trained over the years to trust. I have no trust. As a matter of fact, Steve, I called our sheriff who sent his deputy out to check on us at night. And I said to him, don't come on my property. You're trespassing. Don't come on my property. I don't want you on my property. And he said, Vincent, some people want us to be there. I said, not me. Not me. Don't come to my farm. And I meant it. I absolutely meant it. I don't want these guys on my farm because when the cops show up, it's nothing but trouble. And if I have to take somebody to the hospital, I'll put that person in my vehicle and I will take them to the hospital. I'm not calling 911. I'm not depending on someone else. I'm going to take care of it myself. And our family's going to take care of it. And Steve, I hate to think what would happen if I were in your shoes at our farm and some cop pointed his gun at my face. I hate to think what would have happened to those cops because there are other people here at this farm. And I think that they would have thought that I was in serious danger and I was about to lose my life. And I have a feeling that it would not have been a good scene. And I don't want to say what would happen.
Well, Vincent, when that occurred, to me, I don't know what he expected my reaction to be, but I wasn't going to move. I looked at that gun and him and said, how stupid can you be? Just what an idiot.
Steve, I'm not even talking about my reaction. I'm talking about everyone else who might be here at the farm, what their reaction might be. They might say, holy, this is a bad thing. It looks like Dad's going to get shot. We're not going to let that happen.
Well, the other people in the house, like my one son who was here said, what if he'd walked around from the bedroom into the hallway? Were they going to shoot him too? When you got people like this that are just out to, the evidence, I got a story here where they shot, 33 police officers shot 600 rounds into this van. 600 rounds, Vincent.
Well, that's nothing. That's nothing. Where I lived in this little county in Virginia, they shot 1,400 rounds. There were a couple guys, allegedly robbing the local bank, and the cops were chasing them, and they shot 1,400 rounds, and nobody was hit. And that's a lot of cartridges.
Well, the police did kill. There were 3 women hostages from this bank robbery. They did.
Hold that thought. You want to learn how to dig up bugs, worms, and raise crickets for food. Do you prefer to eat them dried and crunchy or while still alive? Well, you won't have to if you can defend your food supply from predators. You may want to get an AR-15 kit from guns80.com and build your own AR-15 rifle from a kit. If you can legally own a rifle, you can purchase this AR-15 kit. If you're handy, you can complete the rifle in about an hour. The kit comes with all the parts you're going to need to build your rifle, but you'll need a drill press. And survivalists need one anyway. The Guns80.com team purchased the same used floor-standing drill press that I have for $100. You can too. And when you're finished, you'll have a paperwork-free AR-15 rifle, a drill press, drill bits, and the knowledge to maintain your AR-15 rifle, all for less than you expect. So if you want a paperwork-free AR-15 parts kit like mine, visit Guns80.com, Guns80.com, and let the unprepared have our share of the bugs.
Okay, open your mouth and say ah.
When your child has a sore throat, you need to know when to get help. The doctor recommended Say Ah Sore Throat Exam is your solution. The scientifically designed oral retractor offers a clear view of the throat, relaxing the tongue and minimizing gag reflex. Compare with a medical grade chart, website, and app. Then you'll know just what to tell your doctor. A wellness plan in your hands in minutes. Go to SayAHHnow.com. SayAhNow.com, the new mainstay for every family's first aid kit.
No way. Is that a real bullet necklace?
No, it's a 9mm bullet necklace with matching earrings, you'll notice.
Those are awesome. Where'd you get them?
Dave found them at PatriotNecklace.com.
Wow.
They have a variety of calibers and necklaces and earrings and keychains.
PatriotNecklace.com?
PatriotNecklace.com.
Your choice of caliber bullet includes a rugged American-made stainless steel dog tag chain. A percentage of every sale goes to military and service-related charities. And get a discount by entering GCN at checkout. Show your patriotism and support our troops with a bullet necklace from PatriotNecklace.com.
Are you tired of commuting to a job that makes someone else rich, working harder than ever, but getting nowhere? Do you hate spending hundreds of dollars every week on daycare, having someone else raise your children? With our opportunities, you can start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss, work from home, and live a happier life. At Be the Boss Network, you'll find hundreds of work-from-home opportunities that you can literally start today and be earning money as soon as next week. Go to freedom106.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss. Get out of the rat race. Work from home. Go to freedom106.com right now and change your life today. That's freedom106.com. Go to freedom106.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You be the boss. Go to freedom106.com.
Owe $10,000 or more to the IRS?
Get on board with the Tax Admiral. Don't pick on the IRS alone. I'll cut penalties and reduce your overall tax bill. Sometimes I can even get it zeroed out completely.
We're an A-rated company helping people clean up their mess with the IRS.
If you owe $10,000 or more, then call the Tax Admiral.
Call 800-287-7180. Again, that's 800-287-7180. 800-287-7180.
Sciatica, lower back pain, hip pain, poor posture. If you suffer from any of these problems, get ready to relax. Introducing an amazing product that's been in the market for over 25 years, the Sacro Wedgie. It was invented by a football coach using a common-sense osteopath technique. He created this device to help his athletes by isolating and supporting the sacrum, which is the keystone of our anatomy. This wedge-shaped bone is in the center of our hips, where a lot of pain starts. Simply relax 20 minutes daily on the amazingly simple Sacro Wedgie and let gravity do the work, helping muscles rebalance and start releasing nerves. Sit in the Sacro Wedgie at the computer or while traveling to help correct posture to finally help relieve those stubborn aches and pains for only $33.95. It's made in the USA, so click the family-owned website at sacrowedgie.com, spelled SACROWEDGY.com, or call 1-800-737-9295. That's 1-800-737-9295. Relax your back pain away with the Sacro Wedgie.
Are your Google search results killing you? Unflattering content in blogs, news articles, online reviews, social media, or other sources can jeopardize your reputation, your business, and your livelihood. Let Reputation.com help. Our patented technology will make the truth about you more visible while pushing down unwanted negative content. Improve your Google search results. Call Reputation.com at 1-800-831-0771 for a free consultation. That's 800-831-0771.
Couple quick announcements, class. Monday meetup with Larry Nichols at Jimmy's Egg. Information is on the website, usapreparedness.com, so you can join us at the meetup. It's absolutely free. If you'd like to have dinner with us, you may, and just by being there, you get a drawing ticket where we draw for a free dinner every Monday night. That's in Springfield, Missouri at Jimmy's Egg, the restaurant on Battlefield. Also, I want to tell you, I got a call this morning from Miles. Miles, our USA Prepare senior instructor, called me and he said, "Congratulations." And I said, for what? He said, "Well, you've just made it to the big time." I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Well, there's a website that tracks, who's really putting out information. It's called information-machine.blogspot.com. There's a link on page 1 of usapreparedness.com. And yesterday with Dr. Richard Allen Miller, we made it to the site where we have now joined the, as I understand it, we used to be in the tens of thousands. Now we've joined the hundreds of thousands club. I'm just absolutely flattered, and I want to take this time to thank all of your instructors, all of your usapreparedness.com instructors who have worked so hard, and they don't get paid to do this. And And also I want to thank all of you in class who have made this possible. You have. You've done it. So here we are. And now all we have to do is keep it up and stay here. So back to Steve Angle. Steve, your case with the geese. So you've had a couple geese. Now this, what's the problem with geese? I have chickens running around the yard. They don't cause any problems. They don't attack anybody. What is the problem with your geese? You've got them in your backyard, right?
I had them. They're gone now. And one of the things we're asking for restitution is the return of the geese, which I don't even know if they're alive.
So let me see if I understand this, Steve. The city of Hays, Kansas has kidnapped your family. Is that right?
Yes. And the difference is that they make a differentiation between domesticated and undomesticated animals, of which they're saying just because they put the word geese up there, that it means all geese, which we're claiming it does not. There's a big difference between wild geese and domesticated geese, which were bred. They can't even fly, Vincent. They're pets. They can't live in the wild. They're domesticated. In the court, one of the judges tried to make a differentiation between, well, I suppose you could domesticate any animal. You could probably make a pet out of any animal. You can't domesticate.
Except maybe a politician.
Well,
I don't think you can domesticate politicians.
And talking about the instructors, I have to get personal here for a little bit because I just have to. And with this, because it has been so costly and everything else and what I've gone through, I do have a GoFundMe site, which is GoFundMe.com/defending animals. And I'd appreciate if you any help anybody could give would be greatly appreciated. I'll tell you why. I ended up taking pretty much everything I own and, a box of stuff I've collected from, I was 10 years old, whether it's wooden nickels or those little booklets where you stick coins in them, whatever like this. I thought my kids might like to have them someday, but took them down and had a guy go through them and he said, "Oh, wooden nickel." I said, "Yeah." He says, "Well, I have people come in and want to buy a wooden nickel." I said, "Well, what's it worth to you?" He says, 15 cents. I said, "Sold." This is what I did. This is what I've been doing to stand for this. That's going to affect a couple of million people if we win this. And not only that, these are a bunch of bully thugs, and it's not by the law. It's whatever they want. And the best way to take on bullies, Vincent, you stand up to them
and expose them.
Yeah,
that's one way. That's one way. I mean, that may be the least bloody.
We got any more time?
No.
Oh,
we're out. Time flies. When we're on the air with our USAPrepares.com instructor, Steve, I want to thank you very much for exposing the corruption with the police. Stealing your animals. It's outrageous. It's outrageous.
I don't expect everybody to do what I do, but I would appreciate some help. Thank you, Vincent.
Hey, you're very welcome, Steve Angle, Hays, Kansas. Beat up by the cops and they stole his family, kidnapped his geese. Class, above all, honesty and integrity. What happens next is up to you. By now you know that USAPrepares.com is your source for water filtration systems. Here at the farm, we use our water filtration system for drinking, cooking, and for our cats and dogs. Which brand are we using? Well, that would be the ProPure system, because it filters out pathogens, microbes, chlorine, and fluoride. Multiple sources indicate that fluoride is responsible for lowering our IQs by 5%. Now, how many of you would like to sign up for a lower IQ? USAPrepares.com offers ProPure water filtration systems and accessories at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate. We buy them by the pallet loads and pass the savings on to you. And if you're outside of Missouri, there's no sales tax. And if this appeals to you, visit USAPrepares.com. That's USAPrepares.com. You can order online, and we have the ProPure water filtration systems in stock, ready to ship. USAPrepares.com. ProPure water filtration systems at the same price as everyone else, except we offer an instant rebate.
Are you tired of commuting to a job that makes someone else rich? Working harder than ever, but getting nowhere? Do you hate spending hundreds of dollars every week on daycare? Having someone else raise your children? With our opportunities, you can start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss, work from home, and live a happier life. At Be the Boss Network, you'll find hundreds of work-from-home opportunities that you can literally start today and be earning money as soon as next week. Go to freedom106.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You get to be the boss. Get out of the rat race. Work from home. Go to freedom106.com right now and change your life today. That's freedom, the number 106.com. Go to freedom106.com and start earning money as soon as next week. You be the boss. Go to freedom106.com.